Good afternoon. I would like to thank the court for the opportunity to provide testimony on behalf of my beloved daughter, Carmen. My daughter, Carmen, was amazing. I was often in awe of all she had accomplished in her short time. To say she was brilliant is like saying the sun is bright. Both are true, but neither truly capture their magnitude. Carmen taught herself to read at the age of 3 by overhearing my wife teach her older brother. She was a straight A student from her first grade until she died, and she accelerated through school to be a 16-year-old senior. She was a gifted musician and filled our house and our lives with beautiful music, especially on her beloved piano. She was witty and funny and could have our family crying around the dinner table from laughing so hard. She was selfless and glad to offer help to those who needed it. Carmen was president of her youth church group, raising money for those in need and volunteering at a homeless shelter. Carmen was loyal and empathetic, a close friend to many. Often quite shy when she was young, Carmen was bursting forth from her cocoon and had become adventurous and courageous. She had become comfortable speaking in public, adulting on her own, and even driving herself to Broward College to take German so she could adventure overseas to go to medical school. She was brave and fiercely determined. Carmen never needed advice on how to get something done. She already knew at her young age that she was unstoppable. All she had to do was just get started. Carmen was all those things and much more. The only thing that could stop Carmen were bullets fired from the rifle of a pathetic and vile coward. As amazing and loved as Carmen was, she has been failed by every institution in our country that should have been protecting her. The FBI, the sheriff's office, the school district, and the mental health system all failed Carmen. The FBI had multiple tips the murderer was going to commit mass murder and did nothing. The mental system showed for the murderer alone, providing services but never actually trying to help. The school district failed on multiple levels, from the school's principal who testified the security of his school was not his responsibility, to the chief of student performance and accountability who days after Carmen's murder justified unlocked doors and open gates at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas by saying it was a common practice across the school district, to the school safety specialist who saw the murderer enter the school with a gun and ran away or hid in a closet, but never called a code red on the radio. Carmen was failed by the coward Brower, who the Broward Sheriff Office led an MSC to retire in place, instead of dealing with his poor performance. But he was not alone. She was failed by the 7 other BSO officers who stood around while children and teachers were murdered, none having the courage to do what was right and needed. And finally, she has been failed by our legal system, for there is no justice for Carmen and the 16 other murder victims. Failed by individuals whose hubris value the life of a depraved, premeditating, and unrepentant mass murderer over the lives of the 17 remarkable people. Philip Shentry. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.